Hey everybody, Sean here with Some Dude in Texas, and welcome back. If you're new to the channel, hey, thanks for stopping by. Hey, y'all remember, some of y'all may remember these, but back in the day, you'd always see these commercials for those compilation albums. It'd either be like love songs or, you know, classic oldie songs or whatever. But what about the heavy metal, the hard rock compilation albums? Did y'all remember seeing those on TV? Well, that's what this episode is going to be about. I actually just picked one up today at one of my local shops, and it just kind of reminded me. So I kind of dug through my collection and pulled out the several that I have. So stay tuned. We're about to get started. All right, so these compilation albums, they always kind of interested me, right? Because it always seemed like a weird mix. You'd have some heavy stuff on there, and then something maybe a little poppy, and then some of them just didn't seem like the bands should have been on that same album. But I always got a kick out of them. I always remember the days, back when I was a teenager. Always seeing them, when you were homesick or home during the summer, you'd always see those commercials for it. So I just thought it'd be kind of cool to kind of talk about it and just kind of show some of the ones that I've got in my collection here. I've got three vinyls and I got about three or four cassettes I'm going to show. But the first one here, man, I always and the album covers, right? They're always kind of cool too. Well, this first one is live and heavy. Here we go. Pretty cool. Dude got his head between his speakers, jamming out. But on the back of this, it's got the bands, the songs. So it's got Deep Purple, Smoke on the Water, Nazareth, what is it, Razamanaz, and then Motorhead, White Line Fever, Def Leppard, Rocks Off, Rainbow, All Night Long. So see, kind of a little bit of a mix, right? Motorhead's kind of the wild card. And then you got on side two, Status Quo, Whitesnake, UFO, Gillian, and then Black Sabbath, Paranoid. So you got some heavy and you got some poppy stuff on there too, but this one's kind of cool. It's live and heavy. Album cover's pretty awesome. And this next one, man, you know exactly what you're going to think of when you see this one. Well, it's Masters of Metal, right? Got that He-Man looking logo on there. It's supposed to, be the Masters of Metal. So let's see. Let's see if they are. So side one is Trashed by Black Sabbath. And then can't even talk. Mean Streak, Y&T, Breaking the Chains, Dawkins, Who's Behind the Door, Zebra. I mean, that's a band I really don't remember back in the day, but I have seen a lot of their stuff around, and I think there's one or two songs, later on since I've heard them, I do remember that, but I don't think they were really that big. Maybe they were, and I just wasn't in the area that played them a lot. Well, the next one is Dio's Rainbow in the Dark, and then Screaming in the Night by Crocus, and then side one finishes up with Lick It Up by Kiss. Now side two is going to be Street of Dreams by Rainbow, Run of the Hills by Iron Maiden, killer song, Tom Sawyer by Rush, a World of Fantasy by Triumph, and You Can't Stop Rock and Roll, Twisted Sister, and they end it with Dancing in the Streets by Van Halen. Kind of I don't know, it must have been a record company deal on that one. That's kind of a weird song to finish this, especially when you got, some of the heavier stuff, Iron Maiden, and you got some Black Sabbath and Dio. But anyway, that's the Masters of Metal. And then this one I just picked up today, man. It's called Crazed, and an all-out metal assault. Man, look at that album cover. Pretty cool. Got the skeleton hand ripping out of the cover there. So let's see who we got on this one. It's a pretty good one. Not too bad. Side one starts it off loud and proud, man. Quiet Riot, Bang Your Head, Metal Health. And then Deliverance by Queensryche. And then here's Zebra again. Their song Bears. And then Distant Early Warning by Rush. And then one of my favorites by Dio. It's a little poppier, but I don't know, it's got a cool melody, but Mystery by Dio. And then side two is Rock You by Helix. That's a cool one. Midnight Maniac by Crocus. I see Crocus a lot on a lot of these compilation albums. And then Can You Deliver by Armored Saint. And then Don't Stop Running by Y&T. And then they finish it up with Still Loving You by Scorpions. So kind of a mix, right? But pretty good stuff. Now on cassettes here, I got some. Some of these are kind of funny. All right, we'll start with which one's this one? Heavy metal rules, right? All right, listen to the words, heavy metal, right? Man, getting old, can't even read it. But, all right, side one, Talk Dirty to Me, Poison. Not really metal. Wild Child, Wasp, and then Face the Day, Great White, and then Time to Burn, Dio, and then they end it with Free by Striper. And then side two, Wake Up Dead, Megadeth, Madhouse, Anthrax, Modern Day Cowboys, Tesla, Over the Edge, Armored Saint, and they finish it with Twisted, Vinnie Vincent Invasion. And those first two songs on side two are pretty awesome. But once again, kind of a weird mix, right? It's called Heavy Metal Rules, and they got Poison, and then even Striper with Free. That's a poppy one. And then Great White, you know, they're mixed up with Megadeth and Anthrax and Dio. Kind of a weird mix. All right, next one here. This one I actually remember seeing on the commercials as a kid, but it's a Metal Meltdown. There we go. And some of these, man, I think I even remember seeing it like in gas stations or truck stops, man, while traveling. But on this one, it's got a pretty good mix as well. It starts off side one, killer song, Indians by Anthrax. Another Piece of Meat by Scorpions. Sing-along song by Striper. And Restless and Wild by Cassette. And The Manimal, a Wasp. And side two, Parasite by Exodus. No Substitute, Vinnie Vincent Invasion. And then Don't Talk to Strangers by Dio. And then Me Against the World, Lizzie Borden. And then Free Will Burning by Judas Priest. So they throw in two kind of, you know, heavy bands, some of that thrash, you know, with Anthrax and Exodus. And then this one is speed metal. This one's pretty good. It's got a good mix on it. But it's got, man, I cannot read. Like I said, getting old sucks. Let's see here. Side one, Trial by Fire, Testament, Road Mutants, Death Angel, Suffer the Masses by Flotsam and Jetsam, Pray for the Dying, what is that? Mind Over 4, and Questions by Ignorance. Last two I'm not familiar with. And then Ace of Spades by Motorhead, Badlands, Metal Church, Cowboys from Hell, Pantera. All right. And then was that Blaze Some Hate by Excel, and then Terrified by, I don't know, can't read it. Anyway, so that one actually's got some speed metal, some thrash on it. That's pretty cool. There it is. And the last one, Slave to the Metal. There we go. Look at the guy. Or see the hands coming out. Pretty cool. All right, it's got The Price, Twisted Sister, Blind in Texas by Wasp, Can't Live Without You, Scorpions. That was on another one I have here. And then Balls to the Wall by Accept, Soldiers Under Command by Striper. That's a heavy song. And then side two, Love Bites, Judas Priest, Rock and Roll Children, Dio, I'll See the Light Tonight by Yngwie Malmsteen, and then Heavy Metal Love by Helix, and The Lady Wore Black by Queensryche. So pretty good mix on that one as well. Yeah, I get a kick out of these, man. Usually when I see them, they're cheap. You can usually pick up the record for about $3 or $4, and a tape will cost you maybe $2 or $3. So always kind of grab them. They're cool little feelers to have, but it's also, if you ever just want to kind of listen to a mix of different stuff and you don't want to dig through, you can kind of pull one of these out and just pop it on and kind of listen to some different bands and get a good mix. So like I said, I dig them. Always grab them when I see them at the price is right. So, hey, let me know what y'all think about them. Let me know if y'all collect them and what some of your favorite compilation albums were, in the comments below. So I figured I'd just do a quick video on this and once again, hey man, I appreciate y'all watching. Leave comments if you like what you're seeing. Hit the subscribe and like button. Until next time, y'all take care.
Y'all come back now, you hear?